Hi everyone, and welcome to the Aries March 2023 Tarot Bite reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi everyone and welcome. This reading is going to be taking a look at the week ahead. It's a mini reading, so meant to be 10 to 15 minutes in length. We're going to be taking a look first at a theme for the week. Then we're going to be looking at a doorway that wants to open up for you, that Spirit is asking you to have the courage to walk through so that you can stay in alignment with your spiritual growth and really continue in that space of being able to not only grow, but bring awareness and illumination to why you are uniquely here. What is your spiritual importance? So let's see, Aries, what is coming in for the week ahead? You guys are finally in your season, Aries. Happy birthday to those of you who will be celebrating this month or next month. My brother is actually an Aries, and he will be celebrating this week. But this is also the new year of the Zodiac. So you are the first sign in the Zodiac. So for those of you who are more astrologically focused, Happy New Year. And Aries, this is your season. So you should feel extra fiery, extra in your own energy. And I'm excited to see what this week holds for you. Although it is very quiet, your cards don't seem to want to come out. Let's see. If one doesn't want to come out kind of organically, I will pick one intuitively. And there we go. Ooh, I love it. Dove, Spirit, be peace. Number 21, breaking down in numerology to the number 3, which is the number of divinity, the number of creativity, and also the number of really living into life with the innocence of a child. So it's funny when I see Dove, Spirit, be peace. I feel like this is so opposite of your general, maybe the more stereotypical Aries energy, which is one of being kind of more warlike or being more on the aggressive aspect of the energetic scale of the zodiac signs. So I kind of have to laugh a little bit with this coming out. But I do intuitively, before I read the message with this oracle deck, I do intuitively feel that there's a part of yourself that maybe is feeling fired up this week, like, woohoo, ready to go, let's do it. And it's almost like Spirit saying like, whoa, like let's just, you got a whole month ahead, 4 weeks within this energy. Why don't we just this week kind of get to that Zen place? This might be a week where you maybe need to, meditate a little bit more, take a couple extra deep breaths, because I do get the feeling intuitively this might be preparing you for something that's going to come later in your season for yourself. So maybe as you move into mid to late April, something may be coming in that you may be feeling the start of now. Maybe it might be a minor annoyance or something you're excited about or something that, again, you really want to aggressively start to take action towards. And this week is something where Spirit's asking you, like, let's bring it in, let's bring it down. Let's wait. I'm hearing wait. Very interesting. Maybe we'll get an idea in this reading kind of what you're waiting for. So let's see here. We have Dove, Spirit, be peace. Oracle message. With her peaceful cooing, the gentle Dove Spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of Dove Spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within as you embody tranquility. Above, below, and all around you, much may be happening to distract you, but you are called to engage it with the heart of a peacemaker, asking yourself, what would peace do? Can you agree to disagree? The peace you seek rises within and spreads out into the world as Spirit sends her messenger to remind you of the beauty of a harmonious existence with all that is. How beautiful and powerful is your compassionate heart. I do love this general theme, because often life can feel really chaotic and out of control, or we can feel that outside influences are pushing us to fight back, to to disagree, to engage in a way that we have to either defend ourselves or that we really have to kind of push back against. And when we think about peace is an important concept to factor into our everyday experience, because it's something we barely ever experience in our human experience, except for those who are really on the Zen or enlightenment path. But very few of us build time into our day to just have that quiet moment of kind of that oneness with everything, that peace that comes when we realize we don't have to do it all in this moment. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We are loved as we are. There is so much beauty around us. But yet, in the human kind of consciousness, we're always talking about wanting to work towards peace. We would love to end war and have only peace. And we can't always just sit in that peaceful energy either, because if we were always in this kind of state of extended bliss, without kind of having that warlike energy or the tension that comes when we are being pushed by external circumstances to us, we would be bored. We would, kind of, for those of you who have read, The Time Machine, that old book, the classic book, at the end, there were individuals who were living kind of in that experience. They were called the Eloi, and they were uneducated, just kind of going through life like la 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 la, and there was a darker force below that was feeding on them, but they kind of just weren't aware of it because they were so kind of lulled into this just, well, everything's great, everything's perfect, everything's beautiful, and that is what it is. So it's almost like we need both, right? There's always a balance. We always have to deal with the other side to even the positive things, and that's why there's a place for the negative. So this week, I really feel it's a great week for you to really kind of, take that deep breath, get into that space. Every day, build in a little bit of space to take those deep breaths, get in attunement and alignment with a greater order of things, but also to not reject your own feelings of maybe anger or anxiety, or where you're feeling that fire to move, and to realize that you need both within you, to start to be aware of that part of yourself that is the true Aries part, but to also understand that that's a superpower. It's almost like when you think of Superman with his like laser eyes. If he just always had those lasers on, he would just be destroying things left and right. So it's where you have to realize it's a superpower to be brought out only as needed in the right circumstances, or in a way that is very directed and focused, and in alignment, again, with your own growth. So this week is about getting kind of in a place of alignment with the other half to the experience that maybe you're not as familiar with, getting into that place of peace, and then really using that as a mirror to understand, or a foil to understand the other half of you, the fiery half, the part that wants to move forward, and how you can, integrate it together, how you can have both peace and that fiery self. So the fiery self comes out after you've kind of thought things through. That's a few too many energies there. The Six of Cups did come out. So, like this, the Chariot. Yeah. Okay. So I can see why many of you are feeling kind of fiery. There's this feeling with the Chariot coming in of it's time to go. This is a beautiful card to come up right now, specifically because this whole year is a 7 universal year in numerology. It is one of really having the confidence in self, the confidence to move forward as we are, the confidence that we have when we also understand we are co-creating with spirit. The number 7, though, also speaks to this card in the tarot. This is the number 7, the Chariot. And so this year is all about the getting our head and a heart in alignment, understanding we are the charioteer of our own chariot, getting into the driver's seat and getting that cart moving. So this is a year of movement for many of us. And I think for you, this is like that start of it, of like, it's time for me to get things in gear. It's time for me to, move homes. It's time for me to travel. It's time for me to get that new job, you name it. But this is that week of kind of like the calm before the storm. So it's like, take that breath, kind of use this time to maybe lay out, when you think about the charioteer, he might be looking at the roadmap. He might be getting himself prepared. He might be checking his chariot, making sure the wheels are good. Maybe he's dusting things off, making sure that the horses are well fed and rested and all of that. So this is a week of kind of checking the engine to make sure everything is good before you move, before it's time to go. So let's get... Now, the other side with the chariot, or the other message that comes with the chariot, is that the charioteer, he is moving his chariot towards what will ultimately feel like home. What is in alignment with you, yourself, where your ultimate resting place will be. So that's a really beautiful message here. So we have surrender worry. Yeah, this is definitely, I do feel like you guys are really like raring to go. Like I'm seeing the horse's hooves, I'm seeing, and it's almost like the gate hasn't opened up yet for you to go. And it's like you have to just calm yourself down, calm your horses down, and realize like it's coming, Aries. You'll have your moment. It says, surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Love that. So this is a week of every time that worry comes up, every time that thought comes in of like, I should be doing more, or I should be working towards this, or I should be, like, let's make this happen. It's like, okay, no, let's bring it back to just this week. Peace, check that engine, check the chariot, get into that moment of saying gate hasn't opened yet, but it will. That's the faith that comes in when we really, again, have that confidence that we are co-creating with Spirit. Not that we have to do everything alone, that Spirit will open the gate. But our responsibility this week is making sure we're all buttoned up and good to go. Okay, so let's pull a final card here for the concept of contemplation. And so this is where Spirit would like you to really build this message on this card into your meditative practice for the week, or just to hold it in mind so that you continue to bring the energy of this into your present moment so that your days don't kind of run away from you. So you stay present. Okay, so we have two cards. We have Unbound. It says releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Love that. And then we have the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So first of all, with Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I definitely feel like this is what you're being asked to work on right here. Releasing those patterns of, maybe where you've acted out of fear, where you have, when we think of contracts and past lives, this could be even releasing your tie to living in a specific place, living in a specific way. You're tied to a job you've long been at. It could be, for some of you who do really believe in past lives or soul contracts, this could be where it's time to really just sit with yourself and meditate and pray on just releasing any of those. Sometimes we, take an oath of poverty. We take an oath of, committing to helping another individual in this lifetime. And this might be that beautiful point where you can just say, you know what, I'm living my life and I'm going to live as I choose to live it. And this is that week to really maybe not take action on doing so, but realize where those patterns that maybe hold you back, that have brought in a lot of worry to your life, or where you have been acting not in alignment with your highest self, and how can you release those? And it could be too that you're just simply looking at, I really do want to move on from this job, or I really do want to move on from where I've been living. And I know what I need to do it, but this is about kind of really cutting that cord, becoming clear as to why you want to do that. Why do you want to move? Why do you want to change career paths? Why is it time now to do what you want to do? And where can you truly release yourself from what you want to release yourself from? It's almost like him realizing, looking behind himself at the chariot, not only is there a gate in front, but it's also tied to two anchors behind him. And it's time for him to realize, like, oh, I need to unhook these two anchors, and that's part of getting that chariot ready. And the ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. This may be a week where you feel like things are kind of put upon you and you want to, be the aggressive version of yourself. And this is saying there's a reason why these things are coming up this week that might feel like they're pushing you, that might feel like, why is all this happening to me? I just want to go. And this is saying it's happening for you, not to you, because it's going to help get this chariot in the right direction of where it needs to go, so that when it's time to finally say, okay, the gate's open, did you unhook yourself to the two things you really needed to unhook yourself from? Now it's time to go. So really this week, it's all about focusing on getting rid of the worry, being in this peaceful state, taking a look almost from like a bird's eye view at yourself, at your current life, where you want to take action towards, but first what needs to kind of be buttoned up behind the scenes and what you need to be released from before you can get to move forward. All right, I will leave it there, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Next week, I will be releasing the April illumination readings for each sign that are a much more expanded reading. They're about 30 to 40 minutes in length. We dive into clarifiers and get a big overview of the month ahead. If you're interested, you can subscribe and see right away when I post those. Otherwise, feel free to check back and you can see when I post the tarot bite and the illumination readings. All right, everyone, I will see you next week. Bye.